Most discussion about watches and their value begin and end with the moment. Swiss versus Japanese, in-house versus outsource, finishing and complications. But in reality, the moment is only part of the story. All too often overlooked in this discussion is the humble watch case, which can be equally artful, interesting and difficult to produce. Sometimes it can make up more of the value of the watch than the moment inside. Hi there, welcome back to my YouTube channel World of Watches, and this is your host Rohit Prajapati. The case has two simple functions. It protects the moment from dust and moisture and fit nicely on a wrist. The first function was taken very seriously in an Indian brand called HMT. Most of the watch cases were made in stainless steel or brass case if the gold plating was to be done on it. Steel cases do the job of protection perfectly. They are boon for watch cases and watch industries. They are tough and robust. They are capable of handling any shocks that comes due to normal wear and tear. When HMT started making watches, they had all kind of customers. HMT was known to make watches for everyone. They made watches for rich and poor, for student and a laborer. There were watches for every class in the Indian society. Some needed a good-looking shiny gold-plated watch and others wanted a sturdy timepiece that can tolerate heat, pressure and shock of a coal mill. Of course, there would be different watches for both needs, but mostly watches in HMT used to vary from one another due to dials and cases. Each model in HMT had a special watch case. Most of the time collectors used to recognize a watch just by a glimpse of its case. Any change in the case of watch was considered as an odd mix, but times have changed. Today's HMT is openly experimenting with cases. Changing the hands and case is very common practice in today's times. Maybe they are doing it on purpose, or maybe they don't get the right case at right time and they have no choice but to swap cases. Sometimes it results in a hideous watch, but sometimes it gives you something very beautiful to behold. Mix and match is not new in the world of watches. But when a collector does it, it is considered as an unnecessary experiment. We call it mod, right? But when HMT does it, it's a new variant of the watch. Same is the case of HMT Sougandh Supreme. It was supposed to be released as a steel cousin of HMT Sougandh Supreme. Just like Kanchan Supreme in gold case and Rajat comes in steel case. But God knows what happened in the four walls of HMT. This watch never came out when HMT was flourishing. And one day, all of a sudden, boom, a new watch was listed on website, Sougandh Supreme. When I ordered the watch, I didn't even know how the watch would look due to a very poor quality image in HMT website. But I knew that they won't be releasing a new automatic so easily. So surely it would be an older dial assembled in 2020. Watch came in round plain case with really ugly hands, which I had replaced already, and the new look of the watch is gorgeous. Finally, on 7th February 2020, on 69th foundation day of HMT, they rectified their mistake and re-released the same watch in its well-deserved case, the steel variant of Sougandh Supreme. This case is also a very common case of skeletons. SASL01 comes in this case. The shiny, blingy and conspicuous fluted bezel case of Sougandh Supreme complemented with perfect steel hands that makes it more appealing. The watch is powered by Miyota 8205 movement, which is fitted in 38mm case without crown. Lugs fits the strap of 20mm. The purpose of this video was to show you how the same dial looks differently in two separate cases and hands combination. Most of the brands release variants of dial in the same case. Even HMT used to do that. It's the HMT that releases single dial in many cases and hands variants unapologetically in today's times. It's the HMT that made many special watches in many beautiful cases long years ago. But sometimes HMT collectors buy the watches only for the cases. So next time you strap on your watch and wind it up, take a moment to admire the bevels, the crystal, the crown, the sharp angles and curvaceous lugs of the case. See how the interplay of brushed and polished surfaces catches and reflects light. And notice how the bezel meets the case and the case meets the bracelet. Sometimes the true beauty is skin deep. If you have enjoyed watching this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. It really motivates me to bring more interesting content. Thank you so much for watching.